The Netflix original movie Message from the King, starring Chadwick Boseman, unfortunately is not very good. The premise of the film is Boseman plays Jacob King, who has come from South Africa to find his sister who has gone missing. First half of the film draws you in. It's a little gritty, and Boseman is a little stoic, but you give it to him. It's okay. He's kind of grieving. He's in a new place, and so he's trying to figure out what's going on. So we're able to forgive that. The story, though, is underdeveloped. It seems like it was half written and then kind of rushed together. Some of the dialogue doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Luke Evans, as one of the characters, divulges a lot of information that in reality you would never do. If you were a good guy or a bad guy, you wouldn't just divulge this information that he gives. And so it's kind of unbelievable. And at that point, that's when the movie starts to really just take a downward spiral. There's a lot of unnecessary sex in this film, and I'm not exactly sure why they were putting it in there. And certain parts of the film, certain storylines, didn't even matter and didn't even need it to happen. I was looking forward to Message from the King. I really hoped that it was going to be a good movie because the story, at least the synopsis that Netflix showed, made it sound intriguing, made it sound like something that I'd like to see. Upon watching it though, it was just really a waste of 2 hours of my time. Teresa Palmer also stars. She looks her part. Kind of strung out, kind of this very tired single mom who's just living on the edge and barely hanging on. And so she was believable and sympathetic, and you were rooting for her, but some of her storyline was completely unnecessary. There are certainly different ways of showing a struggling single mom, and unfortunately they just took a turn in the story that I didn't like. Even at the end of the film, you can see where the story was underdeveloped. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you decide that you really do want to see it, but it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. It didn't even need to show it. They could have rolled the credits and been good, but they didn't. They showed this other part, and you're like, what does this have to do with anything, and how did that add to the story? Let me let you in on a secret. It didn't. While Netflix originals have, for the most part, had a lot of hits, this one is unfortunately a miss. I would skip Message from the King. Chadwick Boseman, you are amazing as Black Panther. You are awesome as Jackie Robinson in 42. You're even really good as Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, even though the story didn't do you justice or Thurgood Marshall justice. But you were awesome in all of those. And I'm not saying you're bad in this one, but the story was just terrible, and unfortunately, it didn't show you in your best light. I give Message from the King 2 out of 5 couches. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.